But this show, I showed this to my dad because my dad's like, you know, a neighborhood guy. He's like, finally a show that I want to watch.
Oh, nice. Your
That's what he
father's
said.
doing that.
Yeah.
He goes, finally a show that I want to watch. He said he goes, I'm sick and tired of watching Gilmore Girls. I said, that show ended years ago. That's the exact quote. He said, Gilmore Girls. I said, who are you watching Gilmore Girls? He goes, I watch it.
I watch it. It's the only good thing.
Now, this was a show with Chuck Lorre, right? I mean, The Ledge.
Yeah.
Chuck Lorre doesn't miss, right? I mean, Chuck Lorre he's a hit maker.
Pretty much. I mean, this guy's got, 1,000 episodes of
Yeah.
TV underneath his
crazy.
belt. And I went in, we met, it's kind of a general meeting. I was pitching him an idea about a show kind of around my life now. And then we had a second meeting. He goes, you know what? You know, me and his partner, Nick Bakay, we had this idea about a bookie. You know, I don't think the topic of being a bookie has really been covered
Right.
on TV before in this way. How would you feel about playing a bookie in Los Angeles, kind of going, you know, because a bookie's taking bets from not only a trust fund kid, but a college kid, a CEO, a housewife, whatever it might be. And it takes me into a lot of different areas of Los Angeles that, you know, maybe people don't really see or what have you. So I thought it was like, this is great. I'm sick of playing myself. You know,
Right.
I did this movie about my father, which I played myself. I did a pilot 6 years ago playing myself, and Tony Danza was my dad. I'm like, you know what? I want to play somebody
Yeah.
that's just not me. And this came along in 8 episodes. Omar Dorsey, who plays kind of my partner in crime or my muscle, is fantastic in it. And, you know, Chuck Lorre is very specific on what he wants. The writing is great. And I really had a great time doing it.
Dude, I remember I saw your pilot with Tony Danza, and I loved it. And it came at a time, I had a pilot too with CBS at that time where Chaz Palminteri was playing my father, and, you know, your show didn't get picked up and my show didn't get picked up. And I remember my agent at the time being like, don't feel bad, man. Sebastian's show didn't get picked up either. I said, yeah, Sebastian's doing arenas. I got 3 kids and I'm half sold out at Side Splitters. So it's a little different for me, you fucking idiot. And
Did you like the show that you did? Were you proud of it, or did you look back and go, what was the take?
When I look back at it, to be honest, the people that I made that show with were amazing. What I did and what I would not do if I ever got that opportunity again this time is I just didn't really have confidence in myself and my abilities and my comedy. I said, you guys are the experts. You tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. And then eventually, maybe if this is a hit, season 2, season 3, I'll start to think about my ideas. And what happened is the pilot went, you know, in the room, you know, it was with CBS. They make you feel like you're, you know, they were introducing me to Ray Romano and Kevin James, and you're this next guy like this, unless Moonves is calling me personally and you're our guy. And then nothing, it goes away, right? Pilot goes, we shoot it. Fails. And when I looked at the pilot, I said, you know, I'm in cargo pants. That's not who I am. I said, they got Chaz Palminteri in, like, you know, they got Chaz Palminteri and myself in cargo pants and
They
khakis.
baited you up big time.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what I wanted at all, because I was like, rather than saying what I wanted, like when they put those cargo pants on, they're like, do you like these? And I was like, but really I wanted to be in jeans and Jordans, and then Chaz wanted to be in a fucking black suit with a turtleneck. He guy has one outfit.
Yeah.
So it's like you now you're putting him in all these things that neither one of us are, because they were like, oh, but this needs to be appealing to people in Michigan and the Midwest. And I went for that. And the lesson that I learned is, if I'm going to fail again, I'd rather fail on my own terms than fail with somebody else's ideas. That's what made me really feel upset, because now, but I don't regret it, because it got me into podcasting and on the internet, and now my career, now I have what I thought the sitcom was going to get me. I have that now on my own because of just throwing everything out and being like, if it fails, you get better from the failures.
Yeah.
So I didn't, unfortunately, love it when I saw it. I have a more appreciation for it now, but I kind of took it as like a learning lesson, you know. Did you like yours?
I did, but same experience. Not the same, but like I wish I would a little bit more vocal and oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. You're kind of at the mercy of the network sometimes, just because they're paying for it. They have opinions. We had a storyline that was thrown out because it was a little too risque, and we had to replace it with something else. So yeah, you go through that process, and then for the next time, you're more confident going into these situations than you were. That's your first time, right?
First time.
So you don't know what the hell's going on.
The book with the bookie show, did you have a lot more, even though because it wasn't necessarily your idea, they pitched you on, you're the perfect guy for this, but were you able to interject a lot of your own thoughts, ideas, characters from your stand-up into it?
Well, that's another thing. You're working with Chuck Lorre. He knows TV. I really don't,
Right.
So he kind of knows what works. But also I have an opinion. So there was a learning curve where it's like, I had an instinct, and I've learned in the past, you got to trust your instincts. You can't suppress them, because if you suppress them, then you end up in cargo pants, right?
Yes.
So
What a great mantra for life. You might end up in cargo
V, at
pants.
some point, can you go to my YouTube, Chris On Air Pilot, and just pull up what an
is this it?
absolute asshole. Yeah, there we go. What an asshole. I mean, that is not how I dress. That is not how Chaz dresses. I mean, I felt, listen, it was a good show. I mean, the actor, Chaz is fantastic. You know Chaz, I'm sure.
yeah.
He's a fantastic actor. I mean, this guy, Chaz, would be doing his scenes like in rehearsal, and the camera people would be clapping because of how much he nailed it. And then I'd come in and be like, my name's Chris. like just like an idiot. And so it was, it was one of those things where, hey, listen, like I said, I look back, the guys who I made it with, unbelievable guys. They did a great job, but they did what they know how to do. They asked me for my opinions on every turn, and I just was too nervous to give it to them. Had I spoke up, they would have gladly put it in, but I was like, whatever you guys want.